Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCraft. Another very beautiful Tuesday morning, and it's a Champions League Tuesday, and we have Champions League matches, lined up today. That's happening across the globe, and also we have the statistics for each of these very matches, and that will serve as guide, for our predictions on these matches today. And in short, we'll be looking at these Champions League games for today, and one as of us are coming across a video for the first time that are yet to subscribe before we look at the football predictions. We want you to take our time to hit the subscription button right now so that you won't be missing out on our games that will always come up on this very channel, all right, on a daily basis. Okay, today is Champions League day, and we're about to kick off. So without further ado, let's head to the business of today, and we'll be starting with the very first of the UEFA Champions League games. It is Borussia Dortmund who will facing Lille of France on that. Looking at the statistics for both sides, you can see for the home side, the Borussia Dortmund, they've been able to achieve 3 victories in the last 6 games. They've also had 1 draw, but have lost 2 matches in the last 6 encounters. And away side, Lille as well have been able to, the same thing, having win 3 games in the last 6 games, and also 1 draw and 2 losses for Lille at their away side. And on home and away performances, you can see play from home. Borussia Dortmund have not done so very fantastic in the last 10 home games, but we've seen them doing very well recent times, having won 3 games in the last 10 home matches and 4 draws, but have also lost 3 matches for Borussia Dortmund. And away side, on the other hand, Lille have won 3 games from away, 4 draws, as well as 3 losses. We saw them losing out, the recent away games that they had. The last 4 away games they had, so they're losing 3 out of those 4 away matches, and quite a little bit worried for Lille, the away side there. And putting all that together, we expect the home side, Borussia Dortmund, to take the day in this one. And seeing the recent form of Borussia Dortmund, we expect a home win in this very encounter. It is home win. That's a value for that very game. All right, and the next in the UEFA Champions League games that we have today is PSV coming up against Arsenal. Okay, all right, for PSV, the home side, just 1 win and 2 draws in the last 6 matches, but have lost 3 games. And Arsenal, on the other hand, have won 3 games, 1 draw, but have also lost 2 matches in the last 6 recent games for Arsenal, their away side. All right, when you look at how these two teams performed from home and away perspective, you could see that playing from home, PSV, the home side, have actually won 6 matches in the last 10 home games, and they've also had 3 draws as well, and have had 1 loss in the last 10 home games. They've been doing very well from home, and the away side, Arsenal, on the other hand, have been able to also win 6 games in the last 10 away games and 3 draws. Also 1 loss for Arsenal in the last 10 away games that they had so far. It's going to be a very, very, interesting game. Seeing that the PSV, we've seen PSV done so very well, from home, winning the likes of Liverpool from this very ground, as well as the likes of Juventus and the rest of them. So we would actually expect to see a very tough game here, and we expect goals in this very one. Seeing that PSV actually scores from home an average of 2 goals in the last 10 home games that they have so far, and Arsenal as well, produce lots of goals from away as well. So we expect to see a minimum of 3 goals in this one. It is an over 2.5. That's what we expect for this very encounter. All right, and that will push on to the next game for today. It is the biggest game of the Champions League night. We'll have a Real Madrid, the Spanish Giants, coming up against Atletico Madrid, another giant in the Spanish La Liga. All right, looking at recent game for both sides, you will see that Madrid have won 4 matches and 1 draw in the last 6 recent encounters, but have also lost 1 game out of those. And away side, Atletico Madrid have actually won 3 games and 3 draws. They've not lost a single match in the last 6 home games that they have so far. That tells you a lot about this very side. When you look at how those two teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see Real Madrid have won 8 games from the last 10 home matches, and they've also had 1 draw, and also 1 loss, which was against Barcelona. They've been doing so very well, as well in this Santiago Bernabeu. It's quite a fortress for the home side. And Atletico Madrid have actually won 7 games from the last 10 away matches that they had so far, and they've had 2 draws and 1 loss. And the last time they met with Real Madrid, it was actually 1-1 draw. As a matter of fact, the last 3 head-to-head meetings for both sides produced 1-1 draw on all 3 occasions. That tells you that these two teams are quite bitter rivals, and it's so difficult to win against each other. So in this very one, we will expect a goal from each of these sides. Seeing that Atletico have been scoring from away, just like Madrid has been scoring from home. So it is a goal verdict for this very encounter. We expect both sides scoring in this very one. Both sides to score. That's a verdict for that very game. And the next in the Champions League is Club Brugge will be up against Aston Villa. All right, Club Brugge have been showing some inspiring form in recent times. Having won 3 games and 2 draws in the last 6 matches, and they've also had 1 loss out of those 6 games that they have played in recent times. And away side, Aston Villa have won 3 games and 2 draws, and also 1 loss in the last 6 games. All right, looking at how these two teams fared on home and away basis, we see that playing from home, Club Brugge have actually won 7 matches and 2 draws in the last 10 home games. Losing just 1 in the last home game that they had against their Standard Liège, losing that game on that occasion. They've won 70% of the home matches amongst the 10 games that they've had from home. I've seen them winning 70% of those. And away side, Aston Villa have a very, very big consign. Playing from away, they've actually lost a lot of games, 7 matches from away. They managed just 2 wins and 1 draw from away. The away form is quite a very big concern for me in this one, and seeing that the last away game they had, sort of losing out to Crystal Palace by 4-1, and they also lost out to Wolves by 2-0, and they've not also Monaco, defeating them by 1-0. And this one, on head-to-head basis, we saw that Club Brugge actually defeated Aston Villa the last time they met by 1-0, right in their home, and they're also playing from home. So Club Brugge actually done so very well in their home. We saw them also beating the likes of Atalanta, by 2-1. That's a very, very, very big plus for them, and we expect to see them not to lose out in this one. We expect the home side either winning or draw in this very encounter. So home win or draw, that's the verdict for that very game. Okay, and that will take us to the last game for the day. It is a game in Egypt Premier League, out of Champions League actually, and we have Enppi coming up against Zamalek of Egypt. All right, Enppi have had just 1 win and 2 draws, but have also lost 3 matches in the last 6 games. All right, on the way side, Zamalek have won 2 games and 3 draws, but have lost 1 game in the last 6 recent encounters. And when you look at how they fared on home and away basis, you can see for the home side, Enppi, they've had 4 victories and 4 draws, and 3 draws actually in the last 10 home matches, but have also lost 3 games. And away side, Zamalek have managed to achieve 4 victories and 4 draws, losing 2 matches in the last 10 away games that they had so far. And on a head-to-head basis, you can see for Zamalek actually winning the last meetings between both sides by 4-2. And in this one, we will expect the away side, Zamalek, to either win or draw and get on the 4.5. That's what we expect for that very encounter. All right, that brings our predictions for you today on BetCraft to a conclusion. We wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. Remember to play responsibly. These are football matches. It may not always be, what it seems. Sometimes, it presents some level of surprises. That being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be coming up with our predictions on this very channel. Do not miss out, but until that time, keep winning.